Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 15th of December 2025. And unfortunately guys, the process of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies hasn't picked up pace. And as I mentioned guys, immediately after the FOMC announcement, there is a very high possibility mainstream media will be bashing the Trump administration. And it looks like because of that, the process of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies has fallen down once again. And look guys, I cannot stress this enough. The outcome of the FOMC announcement is definitely great for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But the market does not react to facts, rather does react to the narrative mainstream media goes with, and we know most of the media suffering from TDS, isn't it? And they're aggressively against President Donald Trump. And I don't understand why they're saying that the US economy isn't doing that great. Because based on my understanding guys, the US economy under the Trump administration is better than ever. Now you also need to remember guys, in just a matter of few days, the CPI data or the inflation data will be out. And I'm pretty much sure guys, in anticipation of that news, there's a lot of manipulation and momentum going on regarding the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? But unfortunately guys, so far as the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are concerned, things are definitely not looking great. The price of Bitcoin actually is well below the $90,000 mark. Now more importantly guys, if you look at the volume of stable coins, the numbers have gone from bad to worse in my honest opinion. And according to me guys, the volume of stable coins does give us a very strong assessment as to which direction the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies should be heading towards. And along with the volume of stable coins guys, now we also have ETF related information that gives us some assessment as to what the investor confidence is, isn't it? But surprisingly guys, since the last 24 hours, there is a bit of inflows in the world of ETFs. So we'll definitely go and touch base on all of these things. Now according to me guys, one of the reasons why there is inflows in the world of ETF is because at a macro level things are definitely looking great, and under the Trump administration guys, the US Security and Exchange Commission has a positive stance, isn't it? And the first news guys I'm going to be talking about is an update by US Security and Exchange Commission, and this is more connected to tokenization. And what happened guys is that the US Security and Exchange Commission trading and market staff, they have actually issued a no action letter allowing TTC to go and test a pilot program for tokenizing certain securities. Now at a macro level guys, this is definitely a positive sentiment that is portrayed by the US Security and Exchange Commission. So what I want to do guys in today's episode, I want to go and explain what this news is all about, and then guys I want to go and share my thoughts and opinion as to what is the impact because of this news. Because news such as this guys definitely helps in moving traditional finance into cryptocurrency and blockchain world, isn't it? And it also means that now the world is heading towards faster and more efficient settlement. And now because the US Security and Exchange Commission is pro Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, as an industry we get regular comfort regarding controlled tokenization, isn't it? And according to me guys, this move definitely sets a template for other regulatory bodies, not just in US but even in other parts of the world to follow. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go and discuss the impact of this particular news on the so-called cryptocurrency and blockchain space. As a matter of fact guys, the next news I'm going to be talking about is another interesting news, and this is connected to the Office of Comptroller of Currency. And what they have done is guys, they have approved 5 major national trust applications, and this includes Circle, Ripple, BitGo, Fidelity Digital Assets, and also Paxos. Now what this approval essentially means guys is, these firms will be able to join about 60 other national trust banks under the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency Supervision. And this again means there is a lot of regulatory clarity, isn't it? So we'll definitely go and discuss why this news is so important. Now one of the reasons guys why I feel this is absolutely great for the cryptocurrency world is because it does actually mean that cryptocurrency is now officially part of the banking system, isn't it? And to the detractors of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, this particular news definitely adds a lot of credibility, and it also means that more institutional money can now flow into cryptocurrencies. So we'll definitely go and discuss why this news is so important. Now the next news guys is another massive news, and if you're a fan of soccer or football guys, you should definitely keep an eye on this news. Cause Tether, which is the leading issuer of the stablecoin that is USDT, looks like they want to go ahead and acquire Juventus. Now Juventus guys is if not one of the biggest European clubs, isn't it? And Tether guys has submitted a proposal to go ahead and acquire a majority stake in the club. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. And here's the thing guys, to the soccer and football fans, Tether is also prepared to invest up to €1 billion to go and support the club's future and growth. So we'll definitely go and discuss the importance of this news. Now the final news for today guys is more connected to JP Morgan. And looks like guys, JP Morgan wants to go and now issue a digital debt. And what they have done is guys, they have arranged one of the first US commercial paper issuance on public blockchain. And this is for Galaxy Digital. And here's the thing guys, they're using Solana blockchain for this, so we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. Now regarding Galaxy Digital guys, I talked about it last week, and they've decided to go ahead and open the office in Abu Dhabi, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. So look guys, I cannot stress this enough. At a macro level, things are better than ever before, but only the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies isn't picking up pace, isn't it? But look guys, I cannot stress this enough. Any news can actually trigger the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to completely new height, but at the same time, there's a minor danger associated with such news, cause it could actually drive down the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as well, isn't it? And here's the thing guys, I'm talking about news that is not connected directly as well. Maybe news in the world of geopolitics, technology, and even artificial intelligence could have a massive impact, so we definitely need to be aware of all of these news. So look guys, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode, and like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is a really interesting news, and this is connected to influencer, but here's the thing guys, it is connected to be an AI influencer. And Saudi Arabia guys essentially has the first AI influencer called as Rayouf, and this news was actually announced by a company called as Tumen. And so far as Rayouf is concerned guys, it is already live, and they've already achieved 1.1 million views in the last 30 days. Really interesting news, isn't it? Now the big question guys is, will brands be collaborating with AI influencers? And surprisingly guys, in today's episode we'll go ahead and discuss the answer to that is yes. Now the next news guys we're going to be talking about is connected to the Emirates of Abu Dhabi, and 2 companies guys, they are partnering to advance risk, data as well as AI-powered reassurance solutions, and the companies that is sponsored is RIC, that is RIQ, and the second company is Swiss Ray. And they did actually sign a memorandum of understanding at the Abu Dhabi Finance Week. And so far as RIC is concerned guys, they've already partnered with BlackRock. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. So look guys, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia is definitely the next frontier, isn't it? Really interesting news. So look guys, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what guys, they have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, cause they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part guys, once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make 1 trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code BlockchainDXB. And Amana guys is all markets one app. Next guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Cause for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrencies all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025 as well as ETH Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it, be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes,
Go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the race-based podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. And unfortunately guys, the numbers are definitely not looking that great. If you look at the market sentiment, right now it is still at fear. And the number associated is 27 now. And here's the thing guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency snapshot, the volume of decentralized exchange is absolutely terrible. And more importantly guys, the volume of stable coins has gone from bad to worse. And if you were to ask me what is the single most important matrix, according to me guys, that one single matrix is the volume of stable coins. And you can also make an argument that the 24-hour volume of Tether USDT alone is a very strong indicator as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is heading towards. And unfortunately guys, the volume of Tether USDT alone is almost 1/3 of what I wanted it to be. So if you look at the global cryptocurrency snapshot, things have definitely gone from bad to worse. Even the market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum is looking that great. But here's the thing guys, since the last trading day, there is a bit of inflows in the world of ETFs, and there is inflows of $24.6 million, and Bitcoin ETF inflows is leading the pack with $41.9 million. But unfortunately guys, Ethereum ETF has outflows, and the outflows is accounting to $48.38 million. Solana ETF is still in inflows, and right now it is at $16.06 million, and even XRP ETF guys is in inflows, but based on data that is collected via Grok, it is showing that the inflows is only at $1.02 million. Now look guys, ETF related information does give us a macro level assessment as to which direction the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is heading towards, isn't it? But according to me guys, the number one factor is the volume of stable coins. So what I'd really urge you to do is guys, for the next 48 to 72 hours, keep a track on the volume of stable coins, and only if the volume of Tether USDT alone is above the $150 billion mark, then we can say that the price of Bitcoin may actually reach a new all-time high in December. Other than that, I'm not too optimistic to be completely honest. But look guys, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go and do your own research. And we also need to remember guys, whenever anyone is giving any price predictions, all price predictions are 100% right 50% of the time. Now if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, right now it is at $3.12 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.40%. But here's the thing guys, the total cryptocurrency market is well below the $100 billion mark. It is only at $86.5 billion. Now one of the worst metrics since the last 24 hours along with stable coins is that of DEX. And I'm talking about decentralized exchanges, and the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchange guys is well below the $10 billion mark. It is only at $7.24 billion, and the total fees connected for $7.24 billion is accumulating to $60.67 million. And here's the thing guys, the total very locked is down to $121.87 billion. And if you look at the decentralized exchange dominance, today it is down to 26.80%. Now to be completely honest guys, this might be the lowest dominance that the decentralized exchange dominance is, probably in about 6 months or so. So it looks like a lot of activity is not taking place in the world of decentralized exchanges. But surprisingly guys, if you look at treasury related information now, it has been on an uptrend since the last 7 days, and today it is up to $2.42 billion. Now here's the thing guys, this particular matrix does actually correlate to ETF related information, isn't it? Because if the ETF related information is picking up pace, it does give us some assessment as to what the investor confidence is. And when you talk about treasury inflows guys, what essentially happens is a lot of businesses, they buy a lot of cryptocurrencies that are connected to proof of stake, they put it into balance sheet, and they use the same cryptocurrencies to become validators, isn't it? So from a macro level point of view guys, Both of these matrix increasing does make a lot of sense, and this goes back to the point that I mentioned earlier, guys. At a macro level, things are definitely looking great and better than ever before, but only the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies isn't reflecting yet. So let's see, guys, what the next 2 weeks and January 2026 has in store for us. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, and today PancakeSwap, guys, is at number 1 and its volume is $1.37 billion. Uniswap is at number 2 now, and its volume is slightly above the $1 billion mark at $1.07 billion. Humidify is at number 3rd with a volume of $1.05 billion. Pump Gas is at number 4th with a volume of $6.04 million. And Radium Gas is at number 5th, but its volume is less than $500 million mark. It is only at $355.41 million. Now let's quickly run through some dreadful numbers regarding stable coins. And Tether USDT, guys, its volume is only at $52.10 billion. And according to me, guys, it is almost 1/3 of what I wanted it to be. And that is precisely the reason, guys, what I'd really urge you to do is keep a track on the volume of stable coins for the next 24 to 48 hours. Now at number 2nd, guys, is Circle USDC with a volume of $5.34 billion. FDUSD, guys, its volume is below the $2 billion mark. It is at $1.99 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Ethereum's dominance, guys, is down to 12.10%, and if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, it has actually fallen down below the 57% mark. Right now it is at 51.06%. So it looks like since the last 24 hours, guys, a lot of activity is actually taking place in the world of altcoins, isn't it? Now that thing being said, guys, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, the volume of Bitcoin is more than double of that of Ethereum. It is at $59.59 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $24.20 billion. And if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin, guys, it is right now at $1.77 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is down to $373 billion. And here's the thing, guys, Binance BNB Coin has overtaken Ripple once again, and Binance BNB's market cap right now is at $121 billion, whereas Ripple's market cap right now is at $120 billion. So it looks like Binance BNB Coin has dethroned Ripple once again. Now one of the reasons why this is so strange is because just few weeks ago Ripple ETF was approved, isn't it? So let's see, guys, what January 2026 has in store for us. Now before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, in today's episode, guys, I want to look at a new matrix, and I thought let me go and look at the top made in China coins by market cap. And it is needless to say, guys, Binance BNB Coin is at number 1, and its market cap right now is at $121 billion. The second one is Tron Blockchain, with a market cap of $26.23 billion. Mantle, guys, is at number 3rd, with a market cap of $4.23 billion. BitGet token, guys, is at number 4th, but its market cap is below the $3 billion mark. It is only at $2.48 billion. And at OKB, guys, is OKB token with $2.23 billion. Now let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately, guys, the price of Bitcoin is well below the $90,000 mark. It is at $88,716. And here's the thing, guys, since the last 24 hours, it is actually down by 1.86%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 2.9%. Ethereum, guys, right now is slightly below the $3,100 mark. It is at $3,096 to be precise. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.36%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 1.24%. Now at number 3rd, guys, is Binance BNB Coin. And the price of Binance BNB is $890. But here's the thing, guys, since the last 24 hours, it is marginally down by 1.86%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 3.2%. So look, guys, there's a lot of changes going on in the market cap of Binance BNB Coin and Ripple as well as in it. And could it be possible in the next few days Ripple or XRP takes the market cap of Binance BNB Coin once again? There is definitely a very high possibility for that, isn't it? And Ripple, guys, as we know, is an American company, so there is a bit of neck and neck going on between a Chinese company and American company, I guess. Now look, guys, President Donald Trump definitely wants to go ahead and make Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies great again. And we know that the US Securities and Exchange Commission under the Trump administration is having a positive stance towards cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And what happened, guys, on the 12th of this month, they did actually signal conditional support for tokenized securities, and based on the official news that is published by the US Securities and Exchange Commission website, guys, the Securities and Exchange Commission trading and market staff has issued a no-action letter allowing DTC to go ahead and test a pilot program, and this is for tokenizing certain securities on approved blockchain. So essentially, guys, what this does is it lets DTC participants transfer tokenized security entitlements directly between registered wallets, with DTC tracking everything on its official records. But here's the thing, guys, while it is still limited and experimental, Now look, as while this is still limited and experimental, it is still an important step towards moving parts of the security market on-chain, isn't it? And the US Security and Exchange Commissioner Hester Pierce suppose continued experimentation in investor choices tokenized the vaults. So at a macro level, guys, this is definitely massive news. And when you talk about DTC participant, guys, it essentially means major financial institutions like big bank or even a broker-dealer, and they are the ones that hold securities directly at the depository trust company. And usually what happens, guys, is the owners of DTC are the ones who facilitate the flow of corporate actions and payments to underlying investors. So at a macro level, guys, this is definitely a massive news, isn't it? Because what DTC participants tend to do is, guys, they hold securities, they facilitate trading, they also do actions on behalf of investors, and they also manage corporate actions. So because of this positive move by Security and Exchange Commission, guys, I do feel that traditional finance is now moving on-chain. And DTC, guys, is a key part of financial market, and this move shows that blockchain is entering mainstream finance and not just staying on the sidelines, isn't it? So this reduces the gap between crypto and traditional market, and more importantly, guys, it also increases confidence that blockchain will be used at scale. And when you talk about fast and more efficient settlement, guys, tokenized securities can be transferred directly between approved participants now, isn't it? And look, guys, because of this, DTC is a key part of US financial markets, isn't it? And this particular move by US Security and Exchange Commission shows that blockchain is entering mainstream finance and not just staying on the sidelines. So this reduces the gap between crypto and traditional markets, and it also increases confidence that blockchain will be used at scale, isn't it? And when you talk about the impact on fast and more efficient settlement, guys, tokenized securities can be transferred directly between approved participants, and here's the thing, faster settlements lower counterparty risks, and it also frees up capital that is normally locked during settlement periods, isn't it? And look, as a move by US Security and Exchange Commission regarding regulatory aspects does give the industry some comfort, because the US Security and Exchange Commission allowing this pilot shows regulators are open to testing blockchain safely, and it kind of signals the yes to innovation approach, isn't it? And this clarity lowers legal uncertainty for institutions, as more firms may now feel safe building tokenization products. But here's the thing, guys, you need to remember at this point of time it is not self-custody yet, and these tokens represent ownership rights, not just the actual securities. And at this point of time, DTC still controls records and settlements behind the scenes. But if you look at it in a positive point of view, guys, this still keeps the system familiar to regulators, but unfortunately it means for now it limits decentralization. But I'm sure as the industry matures, things will be definitely heading towards a more distributed or decentralized way of working, isn't it? Now look, guys, there's always this saying, whatever the United States of America does, the other countries tend to follow a similar approach. And according to me, guys, this news by the US Security and Exchange Commission does actually set a template for others to follow. And I very strongly feel, guys, that other banks and markets may actually copy this model. Now at an industry level, this is great, because it would actually speed up tokenization across bonds, equities as well as funds, and it does make standard models much more easier, isn't it? Because they reduce fragmentation across the market. And look, as if you look at the long-term impact on intermediaries, I very strongly feel because of this move, clearing and settlement rows may become smaller or more automated over time, and that could actually lower cost and change how financial firms make money. And some intermediaries, guys, may need to adapt or consolidate, and over a period of time, guys, new blockchain narrative service providers could emerge. And look, guys, according to me in 2026, I very strongly feel the new narrative will be all about tokenization. So really interesting move by the US Security and Exchange Commission. Now along with the US Security and Exchange Commission, guys, there's another interesting move that is done by a regulatory body called as OCC, and that is to do with the Office of Control of Currency. And here's the news, guys, they've approved 5 national trust bank applications, and these companies, guys, are absolute giants in the cryptocurrency space, such as Circle, Ripple, BitGo, Fidelity Digital Assets, and also Paxos. Now some are new banks, guys, while others are converting from state trust companies. But here's the thing, guys, one of the reasons why this news is so important is because these approvals allow the firm to join about 60 other national trust banks under OCC supervision, and this is once they go ahead and meet the regulatory requirements. Now the Office of Control of Currency, guys, are actually saying that the new entrants bring in more options and competitions to the US banking system, and with the approval they're supporting innovation in the economy. So look, as at an industry level, once again, this is definitely a massive news, because cryptocurrency is now officially becoming part of the banking system, isn't it? And according to me, guys, by approving national trust bank charters, the Office of the Comptroller of Currency is allowing crypto companies to operate inside the US federal banking system. So this moves cryptocurrencies from edges of finance into mainstream, isn't it? And it is needless to say, guys, that this particular move definitely gives cryptocurrency instant stability, isn't it? And when firms like Ripple, Fidelity Digital Assets, Bitcoin, Paxos are approved by US banking regulators, it definitely signals trust, and institutions and governments see these companies as legitimate financial players. And according to me, guys, more institutional money can now enter into cryptocurrencies, and many large investors are only allowed to work with regulated banks. So these approvals open the door for pensions and also corporates to safely invest and use crypto services. And when you talk about the safety of cryptocurrencies, guys, because of these giants getting involved, crypto assets, if you look at it, does become safer to hold, isn't it? And now national trust banks can focus on custody and asset protection. So if you look at it at an industry level, this could actually improve security, thereby reducing the risk of hacks, mismanagement, or even loss of funds. And when you talk about traditional finance and blockchain, they can connect faster, and these banks can now legally handle both fiat money and blockchain assets. So this makes it easier to run stable coins, tokenize assets, and on-chain settlements within the existing financial systems. And when you talk about it from a regulatory point of view, guys, the regulatory uncertainty is reduced by a very large extent. And instead of guessing on what is allowed, crypto firms can now have a clear federal framework under the OCC, that is the Office of Comptroller of Currency, and clear rules lower legal risk. And now, guys, tokenization and stablecoins can scale, because companies like Ripple and Paxos already issue and manage blockchain assets. And with bank charters, they can expand services more easily across the US market. So look, guys, at an industry level, this is definitely great. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, other countries will be following a similar pursuit as well, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. Now let's go ahead and talk about another interesting news, guys, and this is connected to the leading issue of stablecoin, that is Tether. And looks like they want to go ahead and acquire Juventus Club, and Tether, guys, has submitted a binding all-cash proposal to acquire Exor's majority stake in Juventus Football Club. And if it is approved, guys, Tether plans to make a public offering for remaining shares at the same price, and they will be using its own capital. Now the company, guys, says that the move reflects a long-term commitment to Juventus and its global brand. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, Tether is also prepared to invest up to €1 billion to go and support the club's future and growth and performance. Really interesting move, isn't it? And look, since the last year or so, Tether is focusing a lot of the investments on different things, even artificial intelligence, in fact even in a lot of agricultural technology things as well. Definitely interesting move. Now let's go and talk about another interesting move, guys, and this is connected to JP Morgan. And looks like they're working on a digital debt, and the news essentially is that they have arranged one of the first US commercial paper issuance on public blockchain, and this is for GITEX Digital Holding, and they're doing it on Solana blockchain. Now the issuance, guys, is purchased by Coinbase and Franklin Templeton, and it was settled in USDC stablecoin and involved on-chain USCP tokens. Now look, guys, at an industry level, this milestone demonstrates growing institutional interest in digital assets, and also the use of blockchain for secure as well as transparent financial transaction, isn't it? And the news regarding GITEX's first on-chain commercial paper strengthens short-term funding and opens access to institutional investors embracing blockchain-based instrument, isn't it? And more importantly, guys, if you look at this transaction, according to me, the transaction also highlights the potential of blockchain to enhance efficiency and also transparency in the capital markets. And by bridging traditional financial products like commercial paper on-chain, it actually paves the way for more innovative and accessible market solutions, isn't it? And this partnership between major players like JP Morgan and Coinbase, and also with Solana, signals increasing integration of digital assets in mainstream finance. So could it be possible that this particular deal sets a precedent for future blockchain-powered debt issuance, transforming how institutions approach, fund, and invest? Definitely a very high possibility, isn't it? And going forward in 2026, guys, me personally, I definitely see a lot of such news. Definitely interesting news for the blockchain system. So these were some macro level news, guys, on the Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency world. Now let's go and look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And check this out, guys. They have the first AI influencer, and their new AI influencer, guys, is actually announced by a company called as Nautimin. And their new influencer, guys, is called as Rayouf. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now Rayouf, guys, is Saudi Arabia's first AI influencer, and looks like it is gaining a lot of instant attention, and it is created by a leading Saudi AI lab called as Nautimin. And here's the thing, guys, they combine advanced AI with Saudi's cultural insights seamlessly, and it is actually designed to reshape digital asset engagement across the kingdom. And so far as Rayuf is concerned, it represents a modern Saudi woman lifestyle, and it lives in Riyadh and shares daily life experiences, and it is built using Najdi cultural codes, and it also documents its travel and attends major cultural events regularly, and it also interacts with audiences authentically and emotionally online. Now so far it has gained 2,500 Instagram followers in just a matter of 2 months, but when you talk about its views, it has achieved over 1.1 million views in just a matter of 30 days. And when you talk about influencer guys, it is all about collaboration, isn't it? And so far has already completed 3 successful brand collaboration with companies. Now as of now, the audience is mostly Saudi Arabia, which is highly engaged and interactive, but look, as news such as this shows us that AI influencers can be relatable and impactful globally as well, isn't it? And it offers a scalable model for modern brand storytelling as well. Now I'm pretty much sure guys, future AI personas will be culturally aligned and customizable fully as well. And regarding Rayuf guys, it actually shows that AI can enhance brands while at the same time being authentic. And according to me guys, this move definitely marks a new era for digital identity in Saudi Arabia, isn't it? Definitely a really interesting news. Now let's go and talk about the second news. That is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And the news guys is that RRQ along with Sistray have partnered to advance risk, data as well as AI-powered reassurance solutions. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because with this partnership guys, they will focus on AI-powered reassurance solutions, and the goal guys is to go ahead and improve risk assessment and data use. And this news strengthens Abu Dhabi as a global reinsurance hub, isn't it? Now so far as risk is concerned guys, they are building an AI-native reinsurance platform, and the platform essentially improves underwriting, capacity as well as investment. And so far as risk is concerned, it was launched by IC in June 2025, and the partner includes giant companies such as BlackRock and Lunate. And so far as the memorandum of understanding is concerned, it was actually signed during Abu Dhabi Finance Week, and key leaders that were present including Dr. Sultan Al Jaber, Mark Wilson, as well as Andrew Berger. Now the collaboration guys focuses on capacity, risk, as well as technological innovation. And so far Swiss Re is concerned guys, they are now deepening engagement with the UAE market, and they're exploring advanced risk transfers and investment solutions. And news such as this guys supports Abu Dhabi's role in global risk management, isn't it? And the partnership brings global expertise and advanced technology together. And so far as artificial intelligence is concerned guys, I very strongly feel it actually helps create efficient, reliable and adaptable reinsurance systems, and the overall goal according to me is to go out and develop next generation as well as data-driven insurance solutions, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. And look guys, I cannot stress this enough. When you talk about artificial intelligence, Middle East is definitely turning out to be a new frontier, isn't it? Really interesting news. So look guys, these are some macro level news on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes there's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. I have a question by Sam who asks, is tokenization moving fast enough or regulators still holding markets back? This, to be honest, Sam, is such an interesting question. Now before I get into answering your question, Sam, I need to say this. The only reason why there's so much of hype regarding tokenization is because Larry Fink, immediately after the Bitcoin ETF got approved, he did actually have an interview, I believe it was in CNBC, and this interview was roughly around only 7 minutes long, where he actually said that he's looking forward for what is going on in the world of tokenization. Now I hate saying this, Sam, according to me the only reason why there's so much of hype is because only Larry Fink and BlackRock thinks there's so much of potential regarding tokenization. And over the weekend I was actually looking at Securitize, which by the way, Sam, is kind of like the OG in the tokenization space, and according to me tokenization is definitely set for failure because it has pretty much nothing to do with Bitcoin and open blockchain as such. Everything pretty much works on a permission blockchain. Now that's not to say that Securitize is working on permission blockchain as such. I mean seriously, a lot of centralization involved, but once your question is tokenization moving really fast, I do feel that tokenization is moving forward, but because there is so much of of regulations involved, it is moving carefully and definitely not quickly. But here's the thing, some regulators are no longer blocking it outright, and that is because of the positive stance President Donald Trump has, isn't it? And we know under the Biden administration, they were definitely not fans of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And right now under the Trump administration in US, they are actually allowing control experiments, piloting new program. And in today's episode, I talked about SEC allowing DTC to go and test tokenized securities, isn't it? And that, according to me, shows acceptance. But the way forward towards fully tokenization is still not there yet. And from a regulator's point of view, Sam, this, according to me, does make a lot of sense, because security markets move trillions of dollars, and a single mistake can actually go out and hurt investors and question the whole financial stability regarding tokenization. So look, according to me, regulators and governments, they definitely want to understand how tokenization works before they actually go out and scale it. And this is precisely the reason why we are seeing permission blockchain, approved wallets, and heavy oversight at the beginning. And hopefully as the industry matures, we might be heading towards a more distributed or decentralized form of working. But here's the thing, Sam, you also need to remember that this particular cautious approach definitely slows down a lot of things. But innovation moves faster in the cryptocurrency space than in regulation. But when you talk about the benefits of tokenization, it is instant settlement, self-custody, and more importantly, fewer intermediaries, isn't it? So yes, I do feel that regulators are currently holding the market back somewhat, but they're definitely not hostile as they were under the Biden administration, isn't it? And the key shift now is that regulators have moved from a no-let to more of a let's go and test it kind of approach. And once these pilots do actually prove that they are safe and efficient, rules over a period of time can go ahead and evolve. And that's usually how financial changes happen, slow at first and gradually build them up. So essentially, Sam, I do feel tokenization isn't stuck yet. It is still in the early development phase, and regulators aren't just stopping it anymore, they're rather watching it closely. And if these projects do eventually succeed, there will be rapid adoption definitely in 2026 and beyond. And as I've been saying this since the last few days, tokenization is definitely going to be the new narrative in 2026. Definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys. I'm the Ask Me Anything Season Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about what is going on in the political world. We also take a deep dive into the latest partnerships. And then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about regional updates in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, even Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.